Okay, it's about maybe 11:45 or so, give or take. I just got to the property for the re-inspection. I thought it might be helpful to do this on video rather than verbally, because sometimes the visual aid along with explanation verbally is helpful. One of the things on your list of things for me to look at was the mold and active moisture at the bottom of the interior garage wall underneath the panel. And I had originally said that I thought that it might be a leak at the hose bib or something like that. The question is that I would want to know from the licensed contractor that did this what the repair was for the leaking. So my first advice to you is make sure you obtain that documentation. The general contractor or whoever it was that took care of this, they should have listed what it was that was repaired to stop the leak. Second part of the problem, aside from the leak, wherever that water was coming from, was the mold that was here. Now, it can't really tell because it looks like they painted over it, so I don't know if remediation was done here, because typically with mold remediation, they would use a chemical to kill the mold. So you would want to have the documentation from the contractor just explaining how they remediated the mold. Right now, it looks like it's been painted over. Also, the problem we had with active moisture here, this is still wet. Now, it could be still drying from when we had the problem at the inspection originally, which is a possibility. That's why the documentation is so important. So again, we want to know from the contractor what was done to stop the leaking, where the leaking was coming from, and then how they remediated the mold. Did they use an approved chemical for mold remediation, or did they just paint over it, or what they did? Obviously there's a correct way to do it and an incorrect way to do it. We need more information from them on that. So as far as the status goes in the garage, just to summarize, we still have active moisture present. It appears that they just painted over it. More importantly, we just need to know specifically what it was that was fixed here, because it's still wet. And again, that could be because of a problem that was there previously that's been fixed, or it could be because of a problem that still exists, and that I can't tell you without having the wall open. All right, front door. We had some concerns at the front door, and it does look like they've repaired or replaced the jamb and the weather stripping here. And it also looks like they took care of the trim at the bottom of the door. Okay, so at least you know that that repair looks like they've taken care of it. I'm currently running the dishwasher right now, okay? And right now, as we sit here, we don't have anything leaking. Okay, so it looks like that seems to have been taken care of. No water, okay? This has been running for about maybe 20 minutes, give or take. One of the other repairs that you had here was the garbage disposal. Okay, you can hear the disposal's running. Okay, underneath here. Okay, seems to be functioning. The day I was here, it wasn't coming on at all. Right, and there was a bunch of, I think there was a lot of leaking that was going on here also, but that seems to have been taken care of. And nothing wrong with the sprayer either. The sprayer's good. Looks like they may have given you a new fixture here. So this one is considered repaired for you. Doesn't seem to be any issues going on right now with that. And the other thing that we had to look at while we were here is upstairs in the master bathroom. So let's go ahead and go there. I've had the shower running now for about 20 minutes, give or take. Okay, and what it looks like, I'm going by memory, and obviously from when I was here the first time, what it looked like was that they had redone the shower. Okay, so looking at the shower floor, okay, it looks like they put a new floor or new tiles in. Okay, so that looks like it's been taken care of. Now I had it running for a while because I wanted to make sure that we didn't have any active moisture going on. So here was an area where there may have been some moisture before, so I'm going to check it right now with a meter. Like I said, this has been running for a while. Let's see if we're wet or dry. And we are still wet here. Okay, now looking at this, we still have a little bit of moisture going on. Okay, now that might be left over from before, all right? But there's definitely something, definitely wet. You see that? Okay, as we go along here. So this may require a little more time to recheck because it may be drying out. At least the repair here is visible. In other words, I can see that things were changed, which is important. So now that we know that this was changed, at least we know that this problem was repaired. There was a specific problem, and it looks like they replaced the tiles at the shower floor. So again, the priority here, because you still have some wetness there, is probably just to monitor this area while it's being used, just to make sure that everything is as it should be. But one thing you can do that would be very helpful is, again, get the licensed contractor's information with a detail of the repair that was done so that you know exactly what was done there. And in this closet here that kind of backs up near the shower, I mean, you could see if you pull the carpet up that there's nothing here, no water here. So we always like to check that to make sure that that no water is visible. So to summarize, it looks like the bathroom shower tile floor was replaced. It looks like the front entry door areas were repaired or replaced to eliminate those problems. It looks like the dishwasher is running and not leaking, okay? And also looks like disposal is working. So that's what we have here. And last but not least, the mold at the garage wall with the active moisture. To summarize this, you need to get a receipt from the contractor, the license number, whatever it is you want to obtain from them showing their qualifications, but more importantly, a detail of what it was that was fixed in this wall that was causing the moisture to begin with, and what chemicals were used to remediate the mold. Because it looks like the materials have not changed, so they may have used a chemical to get rid of the mold spores. And again, this is still wet. So we need that detailed report as far as what was done for the leak in order for us to say, okay, this could still be wet from the previous problem. If we don't have a detailed report like that, illustrating what was repaired, that indicates that we still have moisture and that problem that with the mold at the wall will come back. So it's important to make sure that that gets identified. So if you have any questions, you can give me a call, 321-228-3848. But those were the items that you had sent to me specifically to look at, and on this video are the results. Thank you for your business.